If you're a poker player who often finds himself chasing their losses, then this is just the video for you. I'm going to show you exactly why it happens and how you can overcome those urges to make practical, rational decisions. For those of you new to my channel, my name is Adam Carmichael. I'm a mindset performance coach who helps poker players to reach that next level of performance. Over the last few years, I've worked with hundreds of poker players who've been dealing with this issue. When they're chasing losses, when should they stop, and how they overcome that urge to keep playing in times when they probably shouldn't. So this video, I'm going to break down exactly how the brain works and exactly how you can overcome this to keep yourself on track. Shout out to Tom who recommended this video suggestion. I know you'll be watching this and you're going to get a lot of value from this. With that being said, let's dive into today's video. So we're going to be looking at why you chase your losses, and I'm going to take you on a understanding of the brain, so the psychology of why it happens. So we're going to start with your expectations. So when you sit down to play a poker session, do you expect to win or do you expect to lose? You expect to win, right? Or you wouldn't have sat down to play. So if you're a good regular, let's say you're a 200 Zoom player and you play online, your hourly might be, say, $100 an hour. So when you sit down for like 5-6 hours, you subconsciously expect to win $500-$600. So we've got expectations going in. So let's just say this dotted line is expectations. Let's say it's here. And let's just put a number on it just to make it clear. So let's say you're playing 4 hours and you expect to make $400, $100 an hour. So that's your expectations going in. And this could be, like I said, subconscious. A lot of people don't actually put numbers on it. They just expect to win. But you play for 4 hours and instead of winning $400, you've lost 1,000. All right? So we went here and we went minus $1,000. We were meant to win $400. What the hell? Does that feel good? Do you think when you expect to win 400 and instead you make minus 1,000, does that feel good? Imagine a normal person went to work, they put their shift in for the day and the boss went, give me $100 for that shift. You'd be like, what? So it feels unjust from the off. So what we can see here is there's a big gap. Okay? In this gap, in this instance, for this example, I'm just going to use numbers so you guys can see the exact values here, is $1,400. Between you expect to make 400 and you lost 1,000. So expectations and reality, the gap between the two is big. In this case, $400. That feels awful. That makes you feel like, what the hell, like I can't believe it. It feels unjust, it feels unfair. I'm gonna go into that, the emotions that you're feeling as we go on in this video. So that's the first thing to acknowledge. Your expectations have not been met and they've been actually obliterated. Now, there's a thing called loss aversion in behavioral psychology, which indicates that losing feels twice as bad as winning feels good. So losing feels twice as bad. Now this is important to know because when you're playing poker, let's say you're neutral, you're on the 0 line of your emotional state. If you win, you go to +1. If you lose, you go to -2. So you feel bad. So now we know because you've lost, it feels bad. It feels twice as bad as when it feels good. We're stirring up the emotional pot. So the way I'm walking through this video, I'm gonna show you why your emotions get stirred up, and then I'm gonna show you why those emotions cause you to act irrationally. Okay? So first of all, unjust, losing feels twice as bad. We ain't feeling good. We're feeling horrible about losing this. The emotions are building up. We expected to win. Now we've lost. Next thing, we put greater value on the things that we own. Okay? So we put greater value on the things that we own. In this case, money. When we have money, it's ours. It feels twice as bad to give it up. Now this example has been shown many times, and a really funny one I found was when they were getting people to bid on random things like a coffee cup. So someone had to say, how much would you pay for this random coffee cup? And they would say something like, oh, $2. And $2 would be the amount they would buy a random coffee cup for. But then they gave them a coffee cup, got them to get to know it, so it became their coffee cup, and then it was like, how much would you sell that same coffee cup for? And all of a sudden that value went up to, like say, $3. So the price of the same coffee cup went up because now they owned it. When you own something, it feels worse to relinquish that grip. So this is very, very true with money. It feels really bad to lose our money. If you got like, you're on the 0 line, you've lost 1,000, you feel like you've been robbed. You're like, oh, I had 1,000, now it's gone. Like, what the hell? It's my money. So we need to understand that this is called the endowment effect. The endowment effect means that we put greater value on the things that we own. So your money losing feels really bad. So now we can see what's happened, right? We can see our expectations were here. Reality hit us here. There's a massive gap, which makes us feel horrible. There's a loss aversion kicking in, so losing feels twice as bad as when it feels good. Melting up. We've lost something that we've owned, our money. my money. It's been taken from me. It's been stolen from me by this stupid idiot online. Boom. Now we stir up a massive pot. So we can understand the emotional buildup. Now, the real reason that you continue to play is not because of that. For some players it is. For some players they want to overcome that emotion and put that bad feeling away. But the main reason is you continue to play because of something called the sunk cost fallacy. Let me explain this. It's called the sunk cost fallacy. So what this means is when you're grinding as a winning poker player, you put time and energy into poker. So you sat down to play, you wanted to win $400, you sat down, you've invested time, you've invested energy, you've invested all your effort into playing poker. Now when you've lost 1,000, if you walk away there, it feels like that time and energy you invested was a complete waste. I put all the time and energy for 4 hours of my day into that for nothing, for zero, for minus 1,000. Holy shit, that's not worth it. So we double down. We use the fact that we've invested time and energy to keep playing because now we're invested. So the problem with this is, like the big problem is now emotions took over, logic has gone down, you're continuing to play because you're invested time and energy. However, from this moment right here, you've lost 1,000, you need the rational part of your brain to make the decision. And the rational part of the brain should completely ignore everything that's just happened. So the sunk cost fallacy builds up this mental, almost like scorecard. I'm minus 1,000 down. I put 4 hours in, therefore I should keep going to make it worth my while. That is not how you should rationally think about the situation. So when you're down and you're losing money and you're going, should I keep playing? All that should matter is what are the future costs and what are the future profits from continuing to play. What's invested right now is irrelevant. Whether you're 5 grand up or 1 grand down shouldn't impact the rational decision to continue playing. However, it does because emotions are kicking in. So this is what happens in the psychology of the brain. So you have this entitlement that you think you should win a certain amount, you lose a certain amount, it feels really bad, someone's took your money, which always feels the worst because we've got attachment to it, and you're continuing because you've I've put all this time, energy into it. So what should you do? What you need to do at this moment is understand the urge to want to play is going to be strong. However, you've got to be able to ask yourself really honestly, am I continuing out of emotion or am I continuing out of logic? Now this will steer you in one way or the other. If the answer is I'm acting out of emotion, but I want to keep playing anyway, you're going down the wrong path. If the answer is I'm feeling emotional, I'm disturbed right now, I feel annoyed, I want my money back, I feel it's unjust, that's like alarm bells are ringing to stop your session right there. However, if you feel like, okay, I'm losing money, I'm going to keep playing because I know I'm playing well right now, I feel like I can get the money back because I feel like I'm in a good state of mind, I'm playing good, then that should lead you to continue. So it's literally black and white in my eyes. It's like, is emotion driving the decision or is logic? If logic is driving, awesome, you keep going. If emotion's taking over and the more unjust, the more you're feeling like I need to get this money back, I need it back now, that's the recipe for disaster. Also, one quick thing that you need to note is when you're trying to chase your losses, you're breaking poker down into a short-term model. In reality, it's on a continuum. Your profits are on a continuum if you keep playing well. And for you to go, I'm losing money now, I want my money back before I end my day, doesn't really matter. All that matters is, am I playing good poker? Am I winning every time I'm sitting and playing, every hand I'm playing? And if I am, continue. If not, it doesn't matter what the scorecard is 4 hours in, 5 hours in, it doesn't matter. It should be the decision should be, should I keep playing to make money for the next hour and forget the past? So this has been very useful for you guys. I know a lot of players struggle with this, so at least this will get you to understand the psychology of why you chase your losses and understand that you need to hit the reset button at that moment and go from here, from this loss point, am I acting from logic or am I acting from emotion? Logic, continue to play, emotion, end your session right there, and don't worry, you can get it back tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. There's plenty more coming from me very soon. If you have any suggestions, make sure you drop them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to do some videos covering those topics for you.